Hello and welcome back. Today we're doing puzzle number 82 in the Fiendish Logic Puzzle book from Puzzle Baron and Stephen P. Ryder. This one is called Sailboats. We have 7 sailboats of 7 different lengths with 7 different owners parked on 7 different docks. I realized halfway through that sentence that parked probably isn't the word. Anyone who knows boats, leave it in the comments. Anyway, let's get started. Number 1, Charlie Court's vessel is 3 feet longer than Kelly Koch's sailboat. Okay, so Charlie is, we are looking in increments of 3 feet, so Charlie is 1 more than Kelly. Number 2, of the Fairweather and Francis Farmer's vessel, one is moored, that's the word, at dock 28, and the other is 31 feet long. All right, so Fairweather is not Francis Farmer's, and dock 28 is not 31 feet long. Ooh, we have a nice affirmative clue here. The 34-foot restless wave. So we know how long the restless wave is. And we know that it's moored at dock 18. That's great. It's like, I don't think we've had a clue in this whole book that is that affirmative, that gives us that much information. Which of course means that the rest of the puzzle will probably be extra hard to make up for it. I mean, we do only have 10 clues. But while I add all these X's, we'll glory in the greatness of the clue. And worry about that once I'm done. Okay. All right. These next 2 clues are interesting, and we're going to see why, starting with the first one, obviously. The 31-foot sailboat is either the one at dock 8 or the one that Ivor Ingram owns. So first off, dock 8 is not Ivor Ingram. So 31 foot must be dock 8 or Ivor Ingram. But we also know that the 31 foot has to either be the Fairweather or Francis Farmer. So if Ivor Ingram was the Fairweather, or Francis Farmer was at dock 8, we don't know enough yet. But clue number 5, the vessel at dock 28 is 3 feet longer than the Adagio 3. 28, 3 feet longer than Adagio 3. Right, so correct. And which also, the Adagio 3, and it's not at dock 14 or 22 or 28, obviously. So it's interesting because 31 and 28 were the 2 options for clue number 2. Now here they are, both 2 in a row, one after the other. Okay, and Alvarado's sailboat is somewhat shorter than the one at dock 18. So Anne Alvarado is not dock 18. Okay. Oh, and we know which one is dock 18. We know that's 34 foot, so Anne Alvarado is somewhat shorter than that. Okay. Ivor Ingram's boat is 3 feet longer than the Mystique, which is either Kelly Koch's boat or the vessel at dock 19. Okay, a lot to go over there. So first off, okay, Ivor Ingram, 3 feet longer than Mystique. Good. And Mystique has to either be Kelly Koch or the vessel at dock 19. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say, and I have not a new pen, it's from the same set, but I found it that I can use. So, we're saying that it's possible that Ivor Ingram is 3 feet longer than the Mystique, which is either Kelly Koch or 19. But, in clue number 1, Charlie Court's vessel is 3 feet longer than Kelly Koch. So, Kelly Koch can't be the Mystique because the Mystique is 3 feet longer, is 3 feet less than Ivor Ingram, and Kelly is 3 feet less than Charlie Court. Those are different people. Therefore, Mystique is dock 19. Great. And it's, of course, 3 feet less than Ivor Ingram. So Ivor Ingram can't be 19. Lovely. Now, speaking of Kelly Koch, her boat is somewhat shorter than the Fairweather, which itself is 9 feet shorter than Hedda Hensley's boat. So, increments of 3, 9 feet is a big difference, so let's write that out. Okay, so Fairweather, which itself is 9 feet shorter Hedda Hensley. Okay. So Fairweather is not Kelly, Hedda, and all right. So if Hedda Hensley had the longest boat, then the longest that Fairweather could be is 9 feet less than that, which is 31. And then Kelly would have to be somewhat less than that. Yes, like so. So Fairweather couldn't be the least. And since it can't be the least, if it was 25 feet, then the least Hedda Hensley can be is 9 more than 25, which is 34. Lovely. Okay, number 9. The boat at dock 8, which isn't the Petite Palm, is 3 feet longer than the White Squid. Squid. Okay, so dock 8 isn't the Petite Palm, it's also not the White Squid. In fact, it's 3 more than the White Squid. Oh no, other way around. No, I was right the first time. And then there we go. Okay, and finally the 28-foot sailboat, which is in a couple of clues, is not moored at dock 14. 28. Oh wait, 28 foot. I really hope I haven't been mistaking dock 28 for the 28 foot. Oh, thank goodness. No, before it was dock 28. The 28 foot is not seen in other clues. Okay, let's fill in the board a little. Restless Wave. Dock 18. And we have some other stuff, but we don't know it well enough to put in the thing yet. Okay. Charlie Court's vessel is 3 feet longer than Kelly Koch, so we can definitely update that. Ingrams. Cleaning up the board a bit. Okay. Of the Fairweather and Francis Farmer's vessel, one is moored at dock 28, the other is 31 feet long. All right? In other words, Francis Farmer, also the Fairweather, but since Francis Farmer has nothing, we'll start with her, has to either be 31 feet long or any length that the boat in dock 28 could be. So, not 22 feet. 31 feet is fine, but not 18 feet. And not 37. Not 34 feet, not 37 feet. Which means can't be here. Same for Fairweather. Already done. Good. In fact, the Fairweather is 9 feet shorter than Hedda Hensley. Okay. Okay, the 31 foot is either at dock 8 or Ivor Ingram. So, dock 8 or any dock that Ivor Ingram could own. So the 31 foot can't be dock 19. Not much, but that's something. Especially since now we know that Francis Farmer and the Fairweather can't dock at 19. Okay, 28. 3 feet longer than the Adagio 3. Good. Which isn't moored at 14 or 22. We don't know those yet. And Alvarado's somewhat shorter than 18. Okay, good. Still good. Right. Ivor Ingram is 3 feet longer than the Mystique. Dock 8 is 3 feet longer than White Squid. Okay. How about this? How about this? No. I was about to prove that Dock 8 couldn't be Ivor Ingram, but we already know that. That's not the clue. Okay, let's see. What do we got? Ivor Ingram. Okay. Follow me. So, the 31 feet has to either be dock 8 or a dock that Ivor Ingram can own. He can't own dock 19, that's the Mystique. Therefore, 31 feet can't be dock 19, can't be the Mystique. And if the Mystique can't be 31, then Ivor Ingram can't be 3 feet more than that, which is 34. And I knew this would happen. And doing that, we now have 2 lengths that can only be Betsy Becker or Hedda Hensley. So we cross them out everywhere else. Lovely. Because that 31, yeah. Wait, and let me check my logic, because if I'm right, that means the 31 foot has to be dock 8, not Ivor Ingram. Okay, so the idea was that 31 has to be dock 8 or any dock that Ivor Ingram can own. That's basically everything except dock 8 and dock 19. So that would mean the 31 foot couldn't be 19 because it would either be dock 8 or it'd be Ivor Ingram, who can't be dock 19. But if 31 couldn't be dock 19, then it obviously couldn't be the Mystique. And oh, excuse me, no, I'm wrong. Dock 30, I thought that was wrong. The 31 foot could still be Ivor Ingram. Yes. But he can't be 34 or 37 because those have to be these 2 ladies. So the Mystique can't be here. And Ivor Ingram is, wait, what did I just do? 3 feet longer. Okay, so that's good. That's fine. That's still good. Lovely. So Hedda Hensley is 9 feet more than Fairweather. This is good. So now Fairweather can't be 9 less than 40 because Hedda Hensley can't be there. Lovely. So now the Fairweather cannot be 31 feet long because Hedda Hensley has to either be 37, 9 feet less than that would be 28, or 34 to 25, not 40 to 31. So the Fairweather cannot be 31, it must be dock 28. That leaves 31 feet to be Frances Farmer. 31 feet. Which of course means it couldn't be Ivor Ingram. Wrong pencil. And that leaves us Ivor Ingram here. And our Mystique must be here. Good thing I didn't cross those out. And that means the Mystique is either Betsy Becker or Hedda Hensley. Oh, and it is 19. Let's put that there. Dock 28 is Frances Farmer? No, Frances Farmer is Fairweather. Fairweather is Dock 28. Okay. So the Fairweather. Okay, Kelly Koch has to be less than the Fairweather. Good. And Charlie Court is 3 feet longer than Kelly Koch. Okay, so now anyone who's watched this channel knows what's coming next, besides me fixing this X that I've 25 foot must be either Kelly Koch or Charlie Court, because there's only 2 options for each of them and they're connected by an even interval. So Kelly could be here and Charlie could be the 25, or Charlie could be here and Kelly could be the 25. But if anything else, say Ann Alvarado, took that slot, the only other option is that Kelly's here, Charlie's there, in which case they're not 3 feet apart. So 25 is either Charlie or Kelly. Oh, yeah. And the 31-footer... The 31-footer is not Ivor Ingram, as we said, it's Francis Farmer, so it has to be Dock 8. Good. And then, similarly, 28 is 3 feet longer than Adagio 3, which isn't moored at 14 or 22. And Fairweather is Dock 28. So Fairweather. Okay. Similarly, 25 can also only be Fairweather or Adagio 3. Right? Because Dock 28 must be where is it? 3 longer than Adagio 3, and once we find that, we'll know it can't be 22 or 14. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's probably 9, because, well, let's just look at it. So right now, Adagio 3, even without knowing whether it's 22 or 25, 22 and 25 can only be 9, 14, 22, or 28 if it's one of them. And 28 is Fairweather, and Adagio 3 can't be 14 or 22, so it must be 9. So we can go ahead and cross that out. And then Dock 8, is 3 feet longer than White Squid, so we already know what that is. So there's White Squid. Also, this one is not Petite Pomme. And getting rid of that gives us Sea Spirit. So I think that's our first complete set. Sea Spirit is Dock 8, and Francis Farmer, and 31 feet. Lovely. Okay, and that leaves us Fairweather here, right? That means Adagio 3 is here. That's 9 and 28. All right, and that should give us the rest of our docks. So Ivor Ingram is 14. And the Petite Pomme, which is ironic because it's the longest of the ships. Adagio 3 is 9. Okay. Kelly Koch is somewhat shorter than Fairweather. Fairweather is second shortest, so she has to go here, which of course means Charlie Court is here. That makes her... That means that the shortest one, 22 feet, is Adagio 3. I guess the first two sunk or something. Owned by Kelly Koch. On dock 9. Then 25 becomes Fairweather. Owned by Charlie Court. And dock 28. Oh, and when we cross that out, we get that at 28 feet we have White Squid. I like that name for a boat. If it's white, I mean. Owned by Anne Alvarado. In dock 22. 31 feet is Sea Spirit. Owned by Francis Farmer. And dock 8. All right. Oh, Henrietta Hesley was 9 feet longer than Fairweather. 34 feet. That leaves Betsy Becker here. Lovely. So then at 34 feet we have Restless Wave, owned by Hedda Hemsley. And dock 18. 37 is Mystique, owned by Betsy Becker. At dock 19. And finally our largest boat, 40 feet, the Petite Palm, owned by Ivor Ingram, the owner that helped us solve it all, on dock 14. So let's check our answers in the back of the book. I see Adagio 3, Fairweather, White Squid, Sea Spirits, Restless Wave, Mystique, Petite Palm, good. Kelly, Charlie, Anne, Francis, Hedda, Betsy, and Ivor, good. 9, 28, 22, 8, 18, 19, 14, we got it. All right. I am going to finish out the board here, and I'll use this extra time to thank you all so much for watching. Voila! Thanks for watching. This was a fast one, even with the affirmative clue in the beginning. Looks like we're only a few minutes past the average time. Thanks for watching.